If you are looking for a classic reverse plan that you can't go wrong with, this may be the one for you. This is the Del Mar by J.S. Robinson Fine Homes. We're here in Bristol Highlands, 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,818 square feet on just over a 1/3 acre daylight lot. Comes in at $1.2745 million. Now, Nick, when you see this elevation, what do you see?
I love it. Very traditional. I like the waterfall in the front. They've got a ton of upgraded landscaping here. Would we call this more of like a farmhouse? I don't think I'd go
I think
that
it's a
far.
little bit of a farmhouse look. You have the overhang over that dormer window up top and the garage that has the metal standing seam roof on it.
That's right. So this is the sales office. That's why you're seeing this. But this is just a beautiful plan. This is probably, I've made Jordan do a ton of these property tours with me. This is the first one where he his eyes lit up when he went inside of it. So he's excited to show it to you. But I know there was one thing that you really liked walking up to the home.
Yeah, so as you guys walk up here, you'll come up to this sidewalk and they've got this stamped concrete. You've got the pavers mixed in there. Just this big old circle, which I think is really cool.
Now, I'm a big fan of foreshadowing. I want to give you a little taste of what you're going to see here in a minute. Remember this. You'll see it one other place in the house, outside the house.
Ah.
Yeah, you caught it. You caught it.
I got you.
But beautiful entry. I like this is a really neat walkway. And then, of course, you've got the French doors, almost to be expected. It's a French doors, big deal.
Yep.
Now, before we step inside, if we haven't met yet, you saw Jordan in the intro. My name's Nick. We help people buy and build new homes around the Kansas City area. This is one of the best communities. I think they've got some of the best lot options right now. Bristol Highlands, Western Shawnee. It's also partly in Lenexa, very close to the city center. Any questions, feel free to send us a message. Big thank you to J.S. Robinson, as well as the on-site agents. Their contact info will be linked down below in the description. Stick around to the end. We'll give you our favorite parts of the plan, and this is a good one.
Nick, come on in here.
Just beautiful line of sight, front to back. This plan lives very, very well. In case you're interested, we did tour a version of this plan built in Aventino in Leawood, Kansas. I'll link that down below. But Jordan,
we got to start in the entry. This is a sneak peek out there, right?
That's right. Well, so before we came in here, I showed Jordan this plan. Was this the first time you've seen it?
Yes.
And we walked through a lot of home. He really likes this. So
yeah, so you come in, right? Well, you come up to the entryway. You've got these beautiful French doors. I forget, what do you call the window above?
You got
Nick?
a transom window.
Transom window.
Top.
You've got this beautiful chandelier.
We've seen that one before.
Right, and then the stairwell off to the right. And this is just a huge space. I mean, right now they've got it staged with these seats so you can change out your, put your little shoe booties on. And then they have this beautiful little desk here. But, you know, you could put, I mean, this is huge. You could put a bench. What would you put there, Nick?
Definitely sitting area. I like the console table setup. Definitely a great wall for a piece of art. The nice thing about this, I know you're about to get to it, you know, some people, they might walk in here and you might think, and I can completely understand this, well, this is a lot of space for the staircase. And I get it. The nice thing about it, though, you've got all this volume here.
Yep.
So it makes the entry feel even more grand. You do have the recessed lights up top.
Yeah, beautiful accent wall with all the trim. Just a great place to meet and greet people.
And then the other thing I want to point out is the actual stair rail, the balusters. You've got the wrought iron, very nice look. You know, that's one thing where if you walk through a lot of new homes, you'll see the same stuff over and over and over again. Not quite that way in this house. They've definitely.
So this is kind of a modern look on the railing, I think, my personal opinion. And then I really like what they did with the stain color. It flows really nice with the engineered hardwoods, which this is a very natural color for these hardwoods.
Absolutely.
What do you
Well,
think, Nick?
you know what I love about it, again, when we walked in, clear line of sight. You can see the entire plan. The nice thing is what you can't see are all of the bedrooms. So Jordan will point that out in a second, but you've got this big wall of windows. You've got the nice deck out just straight ahead. You've got an additional grill deck out there. And we're actually going to put the floor plan on the screen right here. The reason we'll do it here, you'll see a lot of optional upgrades that you could add. We'll point out what they've chosen to do in this plan, but that grill deck is one. So just a little foreshadowing.
Yeah, so this plan is extremely open, right? But it's still kind of sectioned off with the framing around these rooms, which I think just, I don't know, it adds a nice touch.
Just for context, I haven't seen Jordan light up this much after walking in a home ever before. Like he absolutely loves this one. So
Yeah, so you do have super tall ceiling. I mean, not 2-story ceilings, but I don't know, story and a half, I'd call it, right?
you've
How
got
tall are
some
those,
tall
Nick?
for a reverse. These are very tall ceilings. I like the box vault, the crown molding up top.
Beautiful chandelier. Let's walk around here, Nick.
You're trying to figure out where to go here.
I know, there's
Huh?
so much to break down. So you've got these beautiful, tall, almost, floor to ceiling picture windows. Gives you a great view of the deck, right? And then this fireplace, you've got the beautiful tile. It just goes well. Nice mantle that matches the stain on the handrails and the flooring. And then this floating built-in, right? And then the floating shelves.
Lighting, it's a big deal. You'll at this price point, you're going to see a lot of lighting, and really even, anything over 800, you should see lighting in several places around the house. It's a nice accent, but what I love about it, we talk about it quite a bit. A lot of times, these floor plans they get really, really small in the dining area. Not in this one.
Yeah, so this is a huge dining room. You've got the box vault ceiling, got the crown molding that matches the living room. Man, this is like an 8-seater table or something here. What's really cool about that, Nick, so from the living room, you can see the covered deck, right? So let's check that out real quick.
That's a huge slider too. Wow.
Yes, it is. Come on out.
Now, composite decking, fortress, kind of wrought iron rail. You got tongue and groove up top. And what you'll notice, I pointed this out to Jordan earlier, the way they've built this deck, very, very easy to screen it in. It's almost, or I mean, you might as well screen it in. They've really teed you up for it here.
Yeah. So you've got the metal railing, which is really nice. We like to see that. Composite deck, you got the ceiling fan. Do the screen. Now you notice there's no stairs here, right, Nick?
That's right.
But we got something else to show them.
We do.
So let's go back inside.
Now, real quick, you've got this view. So this is Bristol Highlands, Shawnee, Lenexa, some of the best lots in Kansas City. They've got a couple phases coming out. We'll link our video down in the description where we break down the community as well as an updated one too. But windows black on the outside, white on the inside.
So the other side of the dining room, you have an exit out to the side of the house where you have another deck, composite flooring. You've got the metal handrail. And here's your stairs, to get down into the yard. So I'd probably set this up. I think we kind of talked about it. Put your grills out here. Is that right, Nick?
Yes. So on the plan, and that's why I showed it to you earlier, you've got, this is traditionally, this is the grill deck. So if you were to build it, I'm looking for it. I can't see a gas line, but I know they ran one because you've got the fireplace out here. But in the one in Aventino, I'll put a clip on the screen. You've got the grill, the outdoor grill out here, which is really nice. And Jordan, you pointed it out earlier. You've got the stairs down here. I actually really like the rock setup here. They did the diamond cut on this circle patio. And of course, we could turn this on. I don't want to break it. We're not touching it. But really nice touch out here. And then, Jordan, we talked about in the beginning of the video, the exterior, we talked about all the landscaping.
Yeah, so just like that Cortland reverse that we toured, they've got some evergreens back here, and they're already good-sized trees. Those are going to give you a ton of privacy in the future. This is another corner lot. What's the size of this one? Do you know, Nick?
This one is a little over 1/3 of an acre. It's a pretty big lot. The nice thing though, future phases, you're going to have some homes that sit up a little bit higher, but you get the view of the treetops, which is just really very unique to like a Western Shawnee Lenexa area. So
Yeah,
just
this
nice to see.
absolutely beautiful property that this development is on.
It's one of my favorite. It's probably the best. If you're going to build a home, this is probably one of the best places you could do it. As long as you like the area, which I think a lot of benefits. Now, we talked a whole lot. One thing we haven't talked about yet, of course, the most important part of any house,
The kitchen.
the kitchen.
All right, so you have this pretty good sized massive island, I'd call it. I mean, you've got your built-in storage down there.
This slab, Jordan, we've seen this about 5 times in the past couple months.
Now, I'm not quite seeing the gold in it, but
That's definitely gold.
you think that's gold? Maybe my eyes are getting
100%.
bad.
Yeah. But definitely an upgraded island. When you build a home and make selection, they have levels of island, quartz tops, granite tops. This is probably like a 5, 6, 7, maybe even an 8. Probably not, but I love the hood. You've got the white oak. Jordan, I know you like that color, but
Yep.
to see the accent, very nice.
So the color built in there matches the hardwoods and the floating built-in shelves over there. I'm a fan of white cabinets, and so this kitchen, I just love it.
See, that's it's funny you say that because out of everybody that reaches out, a lot of people who watch the videos, you're moving here to Kansas City or you're buying or building a home, about half are like, I really want a white kitchen. Half are like, I cannot stand white kitchen.
I mean, I do like some of the other colors, like the greens and the blues we're starting to see,
Yeah, I'm starting to
and
see.
also some grays too.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at this hood, Nick. It's massive.
It's a big hood. It's a big hood.
You've got cabinets all the way to the ceiling, huge drawers. So really nice kitchen. You've got your microwave and your built-in oven over here, 5-burner gas stove.
You know what I really like? I like 2 things in this kitchen. 2 things they did, aside from the huge island and cabinets to the ceiling, that's a big thing. I like that you've got this separate kind of breakfast bar area. You do have the wine cooler down below, but what I like about it is it's clearly like separated a little bit. You've got the glass cabinet doors, and then you've got the additional perimeter. And a nice trick if you're building, this is what I tell a lot of my clients, you can do a really nice high-end slab on the island, and then a perimeter, sometimes you might want to do a nice looking quartz, but one that's maybe not as expensive. What they've done here is they've carried the nice slab onto the perimeter. And of course, you've got the downlighting above.
Yeah, so on the back side of the kitchen, you've got your garage entry, and this is the sales office home. So we're not going to go in there
Yeah, we're
today.
not going there.
But what I really like about this pantry, number one, really good size. And then they carried that countertop and the built-in shelves in here, or built-in cabinets, which just adds a really nice touch to a pantry.
There's definitely a big enough area. You could definitely put a microwave, maybe an oven in here, but coffee maker, a built-in one. That's kind of a popular one.
Yep.
And then this is, so like you said, garage entry. You've got the boot bench.
Yep. You've got your boot bench, which is really nice how it's recessed into the wall. I think it really just saves a bunch of space. You also have another built in here, Nick.
Oh, I didn't even see that. That looks really neat.
Now your half bath on the main, well, actually, this is a full bath. So
This is.
tucked away behind the kitchen. You've got a stand-up shower in there, really nice floating vanity.
I like the downlighting there. And then this is, I believe this is granite. It's a very nice looking slab. Yep, definitely granite. It's got an own texture to it. Jordan, come feel this. Did you see this the first time? This is pretty neat.
Oh, that is cool.
That was really nice. But turning around, pretty standard. I like that they've done the bench in here. So this is a little bit more narrow, but you've got the bench, which is very important in the shower. Turning around, oh, he's got this set up
All right.
for us.
So you've got the dedicated office space, back side of the house. It's not in the front, full of privacy. Got beautiful casement windows there, another box vault with the trim.
Now this
And a
looks
nice-
out to the fire pit area, which if you're getting some work done late at night and you got the fire going, that's a pretty neat scene. Let's see what it.
Yep, nice little closet here.
We do have some stuff in there, so we'll close that real quick for you. But pretty decent size. You could definitely use it as a guest bedroom. I know myself, Jordan, you probably use it as an office.
This would be an office for me.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So I don't think did we already do this right here? You got a coat closet.
oh, yep. I missed that one, didn't I?
Usually I'm the one that is just walking right by doors.
And one thing I want to point out too, Nick, is all of these door openings, they're all 8 foot, which
8-foot doors.
really nice touch, man.
Absolutely. So one last part, we've got the master suite.
Yeah.
So again, if we kind of go back to the entry, clear lines of sight, the only things you can't see from the front door are the bedrooms.
So you step into the master, you've got the box vault, tall ceilings in here, lots of recessed lights, which is nice. You're not just relying on that fan or chandelier. Huge picture window in the middle with your crank windows on the sides.
Yeah, the nice part about these windows is you don't just like a single hung window, you got this big bar going across the top. You get a very clear view, which is important in a community like this. Trim wall, you'll notice the texture pattern very similar to the staircase, and we'll take a look at that again here in a second. French doors, they lead into the master bath.
Yep, and I really like this bathroom. I love the uh, big white, I don't know, I always think of marble, but is that marble tile?
No,
What do
it's
you think
probably
that is, Nick?
porcelain, but it's got the
Porcelain?
shiny feel to it. You do have this nice setup. They've got enough space for it. 2 towers, which is impressive. Double vanity, a nice quartz slab on top. And then you've got the built-in mirror. And this is probably the tallest shower we've ever, at least the glass. It goes floor all the way to the ceiling. You know why they did that? You know why they did that, Jordan?
I don't, but it's, well, the heat, right?
The heat,
Keeps the
right?
heat in.
Right. So they could have easily stopped this. I'm assuming they probably could have stopped it about right here. Now, did they need to take it up all the way? No, but they did. In those cold days in the winter, you'll be thinking you're lucky.
I wonder how much it helps keep the mirror from fogging up.
Yeah, probably a little bit of that too. But what I love about it is this entire side of the bathroom is all tile. Floor to ceiling, ground, it's all tile. And then off to your right, you got a freestanding tub, matte black hardware, matches everything else. But Jordan, let's see we got the throne to the right.
Yep.
And then we've got master closet.
Yep. And this closet is huge. You've got 3 levels of hanger space, tons of built-in shelves. Got a nice built-in cabinet here with some countertop space.
And by the way, when you build the closet, it's all custom. They can do whatever you want. So the layout you see here, if you like it, you could replicate it, or you could design your own.
Yeah. Little bench there in front of the window.
Lots of work going on here in Bristol High. I love the amount of pull-down racks you've got. Really making a good use of those tall ceilings. And then we've got the laundry room. And I noticed we've got some herringbone tile. Very nice.
This is a massive laundry room, Nick. Obviously, washer and dryer on this side. There's more space here. I don't know, maybe you put the laundry baskets or something. And then you have this huge counter space here. You can fold some laundry. Anything behind the door?
Now this is quartz. I think this is Miami white or Miami Vienna. It's a very classic one, but I want to point that out because sometimes builders will put Formica or something like that. Definitely quartz, and then you've got the hanging on top. All right. Let's take a look. We're gonna take a look downstairs.
Switch spaces.
My arm's getting tired, so we're gonna trade spots here. But nice thing about this, again, creates a lot of volume for the entry. High tread carpet on the stairs. And then one thing that I know, Jordan, you brought it up, you've got this nice width of the staircase. It actually gets a little bit wider right here as you come down to the main floor. One of my favorite things ever, these lower level rec rooms, I think they do it right. You got this nice little media center setup. I like the glass shelves. You got textured drywall, so the paint, it's got quite a bit of movement to it. And then I like that you've got this kind of mantle below, down lighting. Really looks pretty neat. Now, this is a daylight lot. So what you're seeing right outside, this true daylight coming in those windows. We don't have an exit from this lower level, but you do get the deck as well as the grill deck upstairs. Now, the size of this, Jordan, pretty impressive, yeah?
Yep, very good space here.
Now, the interesting thing, you've got the waterfall island. You'll notice you've got this gray quartz. It goes with the gray trim you'll see throughout the rest of the house. And then you've got this chevron backsplash, which is a pretty neat look.
I think it's pretty cool looking. It's a lot it's different from that herringbone we've been seeing.
That's right. And then you do have, wine cooler, mini fridge space. Back behind here, I'm going to show it to you in a second. But first, we've got kind of the pool table area, the card table area, perfect setup. I've even seen some people, you could turn this into a home gym with a glass wall across here. But again, we've got 3 nice daylight windows down here. Now coming this way, you have one of the largest under the stair closets you might ever see. Jordan, why don't you get a shot of that?
Yeah, it goes all the way back underneath that U-shaped stairs. Let's see. Yeah.
I think we lost Jordan here, guys. No, so I'll tell you exactly what I would do in that space if I was building this home. I think it's possible, but we'll save that for the end here. You do have 2 bedrooms. So in the middle, you've got a true Jack and Jill. The tower is there. But coming in here, this is bedroom number 1. We'll be a little quick here. Casement windows, even in the basement, it's a great sign. Of course, those are true daylight. And Jordan, if you get a shot from the corner, just to show the size.
Very good size room.
For a basement, this is pretty solid. And you don't have those kind of stuffy ceilings. Coming this way, closet is in the bathroom here. You do have the dark enamel, which is nice. And then right here, you've got, I believe this is a...
looks like granite to me.
It does look like granite. Oh, it's a Hollywood bath, not a Jack and Jill. Should point that out.
So is that the difference?
That's the difference. Separate sink. Well, I guess it's half and half because this sink isn't separate, but this is the bathroom that guests would be using. Again, I'll tell you how I'd use that staircase here in a second, but let's show the other bedroom. Now on the plan, I'll put that back up on the screen. There is an option. You can actually add a private bath to this bedroom. It would just move the closet around and a little bit of that, but 3 daylight windows. You do have the egress window right there. And then you've got another dark kind of enameled closet. If you're wondering, the water shutoff is back there. And if you added a private bath, it would change a little bit of this up. Now, there are 2 things that we got to cover down here. What would I do right there? I'd add a bathroom. I'd certainly add a bathroom. It'd just be a half bath. I think it's important. This plan has 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. I've seen them build this plan with, you've got so many different elevations. They built it with a 4-car garage, like a 2x2. They've also done like a 5-bed, 5 baths, but I would certainly add one there for guests because this is really the entertainment area. But coming this way, we've got unfinished storage, which there's actually a lot of room. It wraps around what I'm about to show you, which this is formally the optional wine cellar. So you'll notice they've hung up the wine racks, but you could have them build something out up to you. It could be totally custom. What would you do with this space, Jordan? You got any thoughts?
So my wife is a wine drinker. I'm not a big fan of wine. I don't know that we need a whole cellar for it. I mean, you could make it a very small workout room possibly. Maybe an office space, kids playroom. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities.
Add another bathroom. You could have like 3 bathrooms down here.
Is that what you wanted me to say?
No. With a space like this, it's pretty neat. I think personally, if I was building this, I might even push the wall out just to give you a little bit more space down here. But that's the nice thing about building this one, not for sale yet, but at some point it will be. Of course, you could build this in several different areas around Kansas City. Now, before you go, Jordan's going to give you his favorite part of the plan. I'll tell you mine. Let us know down in the comments. If you were to build this, is there anything that you would change? Are there any selections that really stood out to you? What's your favorite part of the plan? Once again, a big thank you to the on-site agents. Their contact info will be linked down below. Thank you to JS Robinson. Of course, if you have any questions about building a home in the Kansas City suburbs, please go ahead and reach out. This is what we specialize in. There are so many builders, communities, floor plans, etc. that you can build on. We want to make sure you've got the best of the options available to you. So give us a message, phone call, text message, email. We'd love to set you up for success. Jordan, favorite part of the plan?
So I'm going to go ahead and say the whole first level on this home, I really like the layout. I like how they've separated everything out. I like how you have the deck on both sides of the dining room. I just think that that's really cool.
Yeah, a lot of function. You can grill over there. You don't have to deal with the smoke over here. I'd have to say the same, but just for the sake of being a little bit different here, I'd have to say this. You said the main floor, how it lays out. I
Yeah.
think that's a big one. I got to say that lower level rec room, I think they did it right. The media console really frames in the entire room. And if I was going to build a reverse 1.5 or finish the basement, love that media kind of center down there. I think it's a really nice touch. So
Yeah.
let us know your favorite parts down in the description. With all of that said, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. We got 2 on the screen for you. We've got another tour of one of these models. Jordan's going to point to it. And then we've got a whole community video, Bristol Highlands, some of the best lot options in Kansas City. Click either here or there. See you on the other side.